in a winter wonderland. Walking and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. You can do the job when you're around. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. That's a little high. Just like the ones I used to. Yeah. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Just like the ones I used to know. Treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. Days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. With every Christmas card I write, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
How lucky are we? Reverend Mark Rubelee coming all the way from Loma Linda, texting us at 7 o'clock to tell us how bad the traffic was. And I just said, have a peaceful journey. We're okay, no worries. So welcome everyone. Welcome to our beautiful sanctuary, our amazing home of heaven on earth. We're so grateful. Today is the second Advent. It is Peace Sunday, and I'm so excited to share the Peace team with you and all their amazing insights on how we can hold the consciousness of peace for ourselves, for our community, and for the world. But before we do that, we also had Donna Elaine Miller in the house. She's on the Peace team as well, and she drove in as well. But before we start with our opening carol, we want to turn to each other and say hello and good morning. And if you don't know the person next to you, introduce yourself. And we're going to do our opening video. Hi, everyone online.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love.
Everybody want to stand up and we're going to sing our Christmas song this morning. It's one of my favorites. It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Still through the cloven skies they came, with peaceful wings unfurled, and still their heavenly music floats o'er all the weary world. Above its sad and lowly plains they bend on hovering wing, and ever o'er its babel sounds the blessed angels sing. For lo, the days are hastening on, by prophets seen of old, when with the ever-circling years shall come the time foretold, when peace shall over all the earth in ancient splendors flame, and the whole world send back the song which now the angels sing.
Thank you, Summer, for the purple picture on opening prayer. Since we're wearing our purple peace bracelets today, that's very appropriate. So, join me for an opening prayer. Please settle into your seats and gently close your eyes. I found some very powerful words I want to share. Beloveds, we come together today in this Christmas season to celebrate the truth taught by our wayshower, Jesus the Christ, who realized himself as a Son of God and taught us the kingdom of God, of peace, of love, of intelligence, of right action is within us. We are so grateful to know that we can seek the Father within and allow the peace of God, divine mind, as a radiance through and around each of us to come forth and have its way, and thereby be assured of a peaceful, loving life on earth. We know that the consciousness of peace on earth, goodwill to all men, is possible right here and now. We join our thoughts with the thoughts of all peace-minded people and affirm that peace is manifesting through all who are willing to let it do so. We affirm that the peace with it, which passeth all understanding, is deep within each of us, and when released from within us, assures peace of mind and action for us all, and adds to the peace in the world. We are so grateful for this knowing and this time together, this fellowship and this joy, and this peaceful container of love that we call Unity of the Oaks. And so it is. Amen. I'd like to call up my singing troops. Jaylene and Lana, all the peace team that want to sing, please come to the stage.
Me.
And we're going to invite you to sing with us. Let there be peace in my life. Let there be peace on the earth. think it's time for Daily Word.
Good morning. I'm Yvette, one of the prayer team members, and I will be available to pray with you after the service in the room to the left. Today's daily word is peace. I give the gift of peace. I begin the second week of Advent by affirming peace for myself and for all beings, letting the peace of God flow through me. Peaceful living does not mean isolation from noise or turmoil. It means calm even in the middle of the hubbub. At this time of year, when so many seem busy and rushed, I rely on the peace of God that resides within to promote calm in my home, in my life, and in the world. Prayer helps me stay centered, serene, and relaxed, so I can be an instrument of peace. Holding thoughts of tranquility and affirming peace in every heart, I move through this day and Advent season affirming kindness and compassion. I give the gift of peace as I let it flow from my heart like ripples on a lake, sustaining each person in concentric circles of tranquility and goodwill. From Romans 15:33, the peace of God be with all of you.
Good morning, beautiful souls. My name is Karen Reed. It's a blessing to be here with you. One of my most beloved spiritual teachers, Ram Dass, helped me open the door of my heart to find the peace that resides deep inside of each one of us. Meditation is one of the most direct routes to this peace. As we learn to let go of defining ourselves by our thoughts and begin to rest in spacious, loving awareness, more and more often in our meditations, we bring peace to ourselves, as well as rippling that peace throughout the entirety of creation. Another path to peace is through the development of equanimity, which can be defined as mental stability or emotional composure, especially under tension or strain. For me, the more I can embody equanimity in my daily life, the more I can be a conduit of peace and love in the world. The following quote on equanimity and peace is from Ram Dass. You may close your eyes while contemplating these words, followed by a meditation on the heart. What are we to do? What shall we do today? What shall we do with our lives? How do we live our lives with sufficient perspective, moment to moment, so that we can enter into the moments of life with equanimity and peace? So there is truth and wisdom. There is compassion and love. There is equanimity and peace, and there is a passionate life, a life fully lived. Those are the 4 criteria. Those are where you're going, and out of all that comes joy when you're living that way. Truth, wisdom, in harmony with the universe around you, in the Tao, in the way of things. So your life feels from moment to moment, yeah, I'm in the right place at this moment. It's weird, but this is just what I should be doing right now. So there is truth and wisdom. There is compassion and love. There is equanimity and peace. And there is a passionate life, a life fully lived. How to realize these things is what yoga and spiritual practice are about. Now let's bring your awareness to the middle of your chest. Imagine there is a hole in the middle of your chest through which you are breathing, as if there were nostrils there. Imagine you are breathing in the subtlest golden mist. With slow, deep breaths, draw that mist, which is the nectar of the living spirit, into your being through the hole in the middle of your chest. Let it pour through your body, radiating light and peace to every single cell in your body. And let its sweetness, its softness, loosen all the tension in your body. And release any emotions, thoughts, or discomfort you're ready to let go of. And on the out breath, just breathe out all that stuff, the stuff you no longer need, through your chest. And on the in-breath, fill again with more of the nectar of presence of the living spirit. With each breath, let your own being become more light and more seemingly made of the same stuff as that which you have been breathing in through your chest. Any last bits of heaviness or tightness, just breathe it out. Now that you have let go of those things which keep you from knowing your own true beauty, you're ready to be an instrument of the transmission of love and light and peace to others who suffer. At this time, you can bring to mind someone in your life who may be physically suffering or in need of psychological or spiritual support. Thinking of that person, bring that fine mist, that spirit into your chest, and on the out breath, send it out, imagining surrounding that being with light that is peace, that is healing, that is love, that is spacious. Keep breathing in that mist, allowing the living spirit to come through you to manifest as a healing force. Now bring to mind family and friends and this congregation, growing that healing light larger and larger. So large it encompasses everyone you know. Breathing in the living spirit, breathing out peace and love. Continue to expand that sphere of light larger and larger. So large it surrounds the entire earth. We offer this nectar of the living spirit to all beings open to receive it. And we join our healing intentions with all those who are also praying for peace at this very moment. The earth is glowing so brightly with the highest vibrations of peace, love, and ultimate truth. And sit in that space for just a few moments. And see that ball of light surrounding the earth, making its way back to your own self. Bring that ball of light back to this room, breathing in the healing light of peace back to you. Surround your own body with that healing light, so that you are glowing with peace, love, and the highest vibrations of ultimate truth. And accept that love into your very being. Now that you are feeling so deeply at peace, you notice the seat beneath you, supporting you. Notice your feet connected with the earth, grounding you. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes to witness all the other beautiful beings in this church. As we move on with our daily lives, let us remember that this feeling of peace and equanimity is available to you at any time. We can simply take a few deep breaths into our chest and remember the nectar of the living spirit that is always flowing around and through us.
That was amazing. Thank you, Karen. Our new peace team member, Karen and Adam. So we're going to do something a little different. The first song before the talk is one that we found as the peace team and made a video to. Rick produced a track. Adam came over and sang on it. I sang on it. And we decided we would play the video and the track together because the video has some really beautiful components. It's all content given to us by the peace team holding the consciousness this year. Photos of places they've been and moments of peace. And video. and an incredible rehearsal of Layla for her solo upcoming performance, all woven together. And I worked on it all week, so. So we want to share it with you right now.
True in the beginning. True throughout the ages. True even now. Truth shall ever be.
God is such, Heb is such, Naniko Sebe is such. God is such, God is such, Heb is such, Naniko Sebe is such.
Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy.
Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where, oh divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying that we are born into eternal life. You God is such a
Should I just use this other one? I'll just use this one. Okay, cool. I'll put this one in my back pocket just in case. If you guys hear any funny sounds, it's not from me. My name is Adam Reed, and I am Karen's husband. And new members, I guess, are we members now? We went through the joining class? So I guess we're new members of, yeah, so glad to be here.
So membership has its privileges. They asked me to get up here and speak, and so here I go. I'm here to talk about peace, and I think if we roll into my first slide, I don't know about you, but there are some things that give me peace and other things that don't give me peace. But when Sherry first started talking to me about, Peace Sunday, I was imagining my time as a high school English teacher, and there are a lot of people that struggle with the English language still today, and all over the world. English is actually a really complex language. And as she was talking about peace, I was remembering a child's story, a child's book that some of us may have read called Amelia Bedelia. Does anybody remember Amelia Bedelia? And and so there was one of the books where it's like Amelia Bedelia plays baseball, and they're telling Amelia, after she hits the ball, run to home, and she gets confused, and it's like, okay, and she leaves the baseball field, and runs home because she's confused. She's confused about English, and she kind of takes things literally. And so I was imagining, like, how would Amelia Bedelia, what would she do if we were to say, find peace? Find peace. So would she go to like Thanksgiving and say, I found it? And this is, I think, a strawberry rhubarb pie, which is one of my favorites. I don't know about you. But the next slide, she may run to the beach and say, I found a one-piece bathing suit, with the bathing cap, very important. You don't want to miss the bathing cap. And she may think back on her childhood, the older version of Amelia Bedelia, and remember a movie called E.T., which is the next slide. And E.T. was very big into Reese's Pieces. And so, maybe that's where peace is found, in Reese's Pieces, But all kidding aside, I think, this next slide, I think, should be what I think of when I think, what most people think of when they think of the word peace.
Well, wait, first, I have a little gift for you.
Oh.
That you have to open.
Oh, my gosh.
Because when you talking about this.
Oh, it's a piece of pizza? Is this pizza or is this a pie? This is great. So this is so awesome. I'll try to put it on my shirt here without making a nuisance of myself. Yeah, well, I'll put it here on the table. So thank you for giving me peace, Sherry. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I think when a lot of people think of the word peace, they think of this. They think of the 60s. I think some of you were probably there at the time, so you know better than I do what peace was all about. Renee was there. He kind of remembers it, I think. But, peace comes to mind from the 60s and what they thought of as peace. And I think a lot of people think of peace as something that's, it's big. It's major. It involves like ending wars and like bringing people together in global unity. And there's nothing I can do about that. That's too big for me, And so peace is something that's far away. It's remote. It's out there somewhere. But it took me a long time to figure out that peace looks more like this next slide. And so when I think of peace, this is what comes to mind, and this is kind of hard to get to. It's kind of hard to get to because, I think most of us think of peace like this next slide, looking like this. And believe it or not, this is a happy event. This is not a riot. This is a mosh pit at a concert. And when I was a young person, I wasn't very peaceful, but I certainly found a lot of joy and maybe some peace at places like this, at concerts and music events. And, to some people, this is what peace looks like. It's noisy, it's loud, it's chaotic, But maybe when you're young, it looks like that. But when we get older, peace, we don't want peace like that. Peace that's not what peace looks like for us, And so I had to spend a long time trying to figure out what peace actually means. Because I think for people like me, life continues to feel a little bit like this. It feels a little bit chaotic. It feels a little bit like out of control, like is anybody going to come in here and fix this thing? Is anyone going to bring a stop to this? Like, where can I find peace in the midst of all this chaos? And it took me a long time to figure out that, it's an inside job. And so I had to learn a lot from people like Ram Dass in the next slide. Karen reintroduced me to Ram Dass, and unbeknownst to us, we were both thinking about him as we were putting together our Sunday thing. But Ram Dass told me that, you don't need to go anywhere to get peace, because peace is actually right now. It's right here, it's right now. You don't need to go anywhere to find it. It's not somewhere out there. It's not some big thing that you need to try to figure out. If you just stop, you can find peace right now. And so he made famous that phrase, be here now. Because all of our fear, all of our anxiety, all of our chaos and stress is happening in our imagination. We worry about things that might happen, and oh, this person got elected, and all these kids and their electronic devices, and like what's gonna happen? Right now, right here, peace is right here, So other teachers that helped me out were Adyashanti, who's actually a mystic, who wrote a book called Resurrecting Jesus. And he kind of looks peaceful in that picture. He's actually a Buddhist monk and a Zen Buddhist from the Zen Buddhist tradition, but he loves Jesus. And Jesus and I have some history, and it's not all good. But I've made my peace, I think, with Jesus over the years, But Adyashanti, people like Adyashanti have reintroduced me to another way of thinking about Jesus and looking at Jesus as a mystic, and that's why I'm here at this church, is to learn more about mysticism and our mystic faith. But Adyashanti taught me that a big part of the chaos, a big part of the noise in our lives is our ego. And so this next slide, I think, is just a quote. Ego is resistance to what is. When we're like, I can't tolerate this. This is unacceptable to me. Like, this is unbearable. It's because our ego is saying, I should have something more in my life. But real peace is found when we can say, you know what, this is what's happening right now. And I'm okay with this, because it's just temporary. It's not forever. It's just temporary. So ego is resistant to what is. So I love that quote. And so, with all of this in mind, I started learning more and more about peace. And what peace involves is learning how to be quiet, learning how to be still, learning how to let go of what we think we want and what we think we need. Remember that picture of the mosh pit, When we start getting into like what I should be having in my life right now, we get into that mosh pit, But this place right here is always waiting for us right now, right here. It's always there for us. So finally, there's a quote from Jesus. Like I said, I hesitated to even quote Jesus, but I love this quote. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. And he said this, to kind of put it in context, right before he was about to be killed for saying that he was one with the divine. And so anyway, I'm wrapping it up now, but anyway, peace.
So I'm Reverend Mark Rubley. Some of you know me. I was told I had 5 minutes. And yeah, I drove up from Loma Linda this morning. It was a good drive. Very peaceful. And quoting Jesus again, Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." And I had a week where I learned about peacemaking inside of myself. So all the eloquent things that I might have found online or whatever, and it came down to what is creating peace in my life right now, being here now. Learning to live in my identity as a child of God. And I have 3 things to share very briefly. One is forgiveness without limitations. A dear friend reminded me recently that Jesus encouraged me to love my enemies, to pray for them, and to do good to them. And that is a very powerful way to embrace what is. Redemptively, transformationally. Brutally but beautifully grounded in reality. And I'm learning that it creates peace in the letting go. Forgiveness without limitations. Number 2, accepting the paradox of life is hard, and yet I live in overwhelming abundance. It is a paradox. And I get to not only hold the tension, but to lean even more fully into the abundance. So that no matter what happens, I'm continually living in that abundance and blessing. And yes, I'm abiding in constant peace, no matter what is happening in my life, all around me. One of my favorites, Scotty Peck, wrote in his brilliant book, The Road Less Traveled, right at the beginning of the book, life is difficult. And now I'm going to paraphrase him a bit. Life is difficult, but as soon as you get out of resistance and accept that life is difficult, it no longer is. I had to read that this week, and it was good. And then he goes on to say, solving the challenging tasks and problems that life brings is then experienced as fun. Now, he didn't use the word fun, but that's what he said. It's quite counterintuitive, I would say. And for me, this creates peace, where there's often been resistance and way too much, woe is me, victim consciousness. Gotta just let go of that. Finally, number 3, piecework. I remember as a kid learning about a different way that people get paid. You know, people get paid by the hour, people get a salary. But there's some jobs where people get paid by their productivity. So if you're working for a company that makes baskets, you get paid by how many baskets you make, rather than however long it takes you. And I thought about that as a great symbol for what we're talking about today, especially as Adam introduced peace versus peace. Everything that we think, everything that we pray and do to create peace, every piece of peace in ourselves, our relationships, and the world has infinite value. And it adds to the energy of peace in the world. Nothing is wasted. There is hope, I believe, for world peace, for the expanding of the beloved community that's based in love. We know because we're in it here, right here now, aren't we? Yes. We know it's possible. And so I will close with this. Christ in us is the peace that is beyond understanding. I am peace. You are peace. We are peace.
So, I'm pretty sure all of us have heard people say that Christmas is for children. What I love about this song is that it speaks to the idea that children witness the divine through the truth of their own being, through the eyes of their own hearts, and they can allow each other the beauty of their own experience. I think sometimes we grow up and we forget that, but I think peace is found in the remembering. Some children see him lily white, the baby Jesus born this night. Some children see him lily white, with tresses soft and fair. Some children see him bronzed and brown, this heavenly babe to earth come down. Some children see him bronzed and brown, with dark and heavy hair. Some children see him almond-eyed, the one whom wise men knelt beside. Some children see him almond-eyed, with skin of golden hue. Some children see him dark as they, sweet Mary's Son, in whose name we pray. Some children see him dark as they, and oh, they love him too. The children in each different place will see the baby Jesus' face like theirs, so bright with heavenly grace and filled with holy light. So lay aside each earthly thing, and with thy heart as offering, come now, behold the infant King. 'Tis love that's born tonight. 'Tis love that's born tonight.
Adam and Reverend Mark already covered everything I was going to talk about, so can I go home now? Let me get my glasses on. Shoot. Sorry, everybody. I used to wear glasses. This is a recent thing. Okay. When Adam confused peace with peace, I thought he might be packing a piece. Thank goodness it's just Adam's sense of humor that's dangerous. So I had this whole thing written out. It was all scripted, but I'm just going to go off the cuff because at 3 o'clock this morning, I started to really think more deeply about what forgiveness is, right? And I thought, you know, I should just tell my story because that's the best way to explain, you know, what peace is to me. My story is that I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and it's a very cultish type of religion, and it was along with Michael Jackson. I was actually in the same congregation as Michael Jackson. And the thing that they taught us was that Armageddon was coming when I was going to be about 12 years old, 1975. So this whole time I could not like even dream about being a doctor or a lawyer or anything or being successful or creating cash, creating money. And so it was really a big thing that I had to deal with later in life when I realized, you know, I was 27 years old and I left the religion. So the point is this is how we get to forgiveness and peace, is that I had to forgive my religion, right? But I don't think I have completely, because I started to get skin cancer back when I was in my early 20s. And I think that was when I was still part of the religion. That was a cancer that was like, you know, it was eating at my soul that I was angry at my religion, right? And so fast forward to about the year 2000, you know, and I had beaten the system with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I'd left it, I'd married, I had a Porsche, a house, the white picket fence, the kids, everything. But I did not have peace inside my heart, right? Something was wrong and something was up. And so everything fell apart in 2000. Like my wife left me, I changed careers. I was a computer programmer for 16 years, suddenly that's gone. And my religion was over, and so everything was gone. But the thing is, like when everything was gone, that's when I felt the most peace, right? It's like I can be myself, and I think it's really about being your authentic self. Yes. Authenticism, right? Yes. Yeah. And that's kind of like why I ditched my script, because this was actually very well written. I was going to do it in 5 minutes. I'll email it to you, Reverend Sherry. And I'm sorry for going off the rails here. Yeah. Another story. Okay, I'm sitting in the back seat of Dr. Joe Vitale's limousine. It's a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Computer here, computer there. We have a chauffeur. I'm sitting in the back, and I'm telling him, Dr. Joe Vitale, I'm talking to him. Joe, I'd like to thank you for telling the truth about how the law of attraction works. He was on the Larry King live show. And what he said was that you attract everything into your life, including the good and the bad. And Joe said, Steve, you would not believe how much flack I got from the law of attraction community saying that. So the point is that the contrast that happens in your life is actually you expanding. Without contrast, there would be no photograph. Okay, so the bad things that happen to us in our life is actually the experience of being a creator, because that's who we all really are. We are these powerful creators, right? I was at, and so now I'm going to jump to a story that was just last week. There was a lady at the Center for Spiritual Living. We had the Christmas songs going on, and everybody's singing along. And there's this one lady who's a little older, and she's dancing around having the greatest time of her life, it looked like, right? And then she was there at the meditation the next night. And then my good friend said, Steve, that woman just lost her house into a fire, completely gone. And I said, she is a master of life, to myself. I didn't say that to anyone else. Really, she's the master of living, because she knows that she can recreate everything, and that the things that we have don't define who we are. See, and then you guys also said that peace isn't something that you try to attain. Peace is something that you are, right? It's at high vibration level. Okay, so I think my time's up. Now it's going to be Stacy, and she's going to be talking to us about letting go and transitioning.
Season's greetings, everybody. Thank you to Reverend Sherry and to all at Unity for your continued love and support. I'm touched. I'm here to speak about letting go and transitioning, being at peace. When you're a child, this time of year gives you this excitement, right? It gives you this wonderful feeling of Christmas and presents and giving and receiving and love. And it's one of my favorite times. And as you all know, 2024 has been an up and down roller coaster. And I have been riding it. I began this year trying to rediscover my peace, my light. I know I didn't lose it, okay? I just kind of pushed it aside maybe a little bit because I was dealing with, helping my aunt readjust in a residential care home, helping my mother through her dementia, helping my sister through her illnesses, helping my 85-year-old neighbor adjust to growing older, And so it's been a wonderful year. All the while keeping in perspective that I am a servant of peace. I love joy. I love being a loving person, and I love peace and forgiveness, and it's important to me. So when Unity found me, it was a life-changing experience. I found my smile. Not that I lost it, but I found it again. Okay. And I rediscovered my light, and I'm in peace. My aunt transitioning in July, my mother just this past Tuesday. I know that they are at peace. I know the lives that they lived, and it wasn't easy. And now they are in their transition. And all these elements, unity, faith, love, hope, and joy, they bring us peace, especially this time of year. And we have each other. And that's so important. So thank you.
I promised to make this wrap up really quick. That was amazing. Wow, weren't they amazing? Everyone was amazing. Thank you for all the perspectives and the insights. And so I just have one story, because when I started thinking about this, I asked myself, where did I first experience peace? Oh, Stacy got me verklempt. And I remembered moments in my youth, especially when I would go fishing with my Uncle Darrell on Steely Lake or on the PD River. We had this little boat. And we would take our cane poles and we would sit and watch the bobbers float. Now, the bobbers were the little corks that were close to the end of the hooks, right? And it was so peaceful because I had absolutely nothing to do but sip on my soda and a glass bottle, my Coke with peanuts in it, and have some nabs, which was short for Nabisco cheese wafers, and some Vienna sausages in a can, okay? This was healthy, and this was living. This was the life. But just sitting there watching the bobber float, waiting for it to possibly dunk down in the water, and then I knew that something had taken the bait, was my first introduction to meditation. It was how I learned to focus and quiet my mind. And the peace that it gave me when I finally was able to learn to meditate later on, because I tried a million different ways and I could never find one that worked. It was actually Eckhart Tolle that got me there. Just actually being, not trying to quiet the mind, but being. Just being and feeling my own blood rush through my veins and just being in the moment without asking myself to do anything. So I would go back to South Carolina. This was so special to me at least once or twice a year, every year, until my uncle transitioned on New Year's Eve in 2016. And all I have to do to feel a wave of peace wash over me is to remember those moments. And I want to show the picture of my uncle. That's Uncle Darrell. That's the river, PD, and this is the lake. And that's my little fish and my bobber. I believe, real quickly, one of the reasons meditation is so helpful is that it teaches us to pause our active minds for just a bit. And we have trained our minds to be so active. I'd say pause for peace. Our minds are so active all the time, and we choose something to think about that doesn't require our minds to be so active. We can shift into more a state of allowing, more a state of non-resistance. And that's really easy. We can pick anything that just lets your mind focus and still, like watching my bobber float, watching my bobber float, watching my bobber float. It can be anything you choose. There are many things that will do that for you. It's harder to train our minds to change the thoughts that we're thinking than to train them to take a pause, right? Don't you agree? So according to Abraham Hicks, meditation is a powerful bridge from a vibration that is less beneficial to a vibration that is really beneficial. Because when we quiet our minds, we stop resistance. Someone just said that. And the vibration raises. And it's in that non-resistance is needed for us to allow ourselves to create what we want to create, what we wish to manifest. That alignment is how we do it. So think of my bobber, my cork, on the end of my fishing pole. It naturally floats to the surface. It has no resistance. That's our natural state of being, in the flow. So let's say I try to hold it down like negative emotions hold us down and negative thoughts. That bobber will float right back up to the surface as soon as I let go of those negative emotions and those thoughts. That's what we do. We float right back to our natural state of being. So think of meditation as an opportunity to raise your vibration, an opportunity to realign with your natural, peaceful state. So I had a whole bunch of things I wanted to share about cultivating mindfulness and presence, but I think we're just going to save those for another time, and we'll do another talk on peace and give you some of those. You got a lot of information today. There's no one size fits all. This peace journey is an individual thing. Ultimately, we know it comes from within us, and it requires our willingness to let go of the things that disturb our sense of tranquility. And by having patience with ourselves and incorporating any of these practices you heard today, we can create a greater sense of harmony and peace for ourselves. And we can jump on the peace train no matter what life throws our way. And that's my call to the peace team to come on up. God bless you.
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Sing that with us one more time.
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Welcome to Sing Along, everyone.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun.
And I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world to come, and I believe it could be something good's about to come.
Out on the edge of darkness, there lies a peace train. Peace train, take this country, come take me home again. I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Peace train sounding louder, everybody on the peace train. Hoo-ah, ee-ah, hoo-ah, come on the peace train. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump up on the peace train. Hoo-ah, ee-ah, hoo-ah, come on the peace train. Get your bags together, come bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer, soon it will be with you. Come and join the living, it's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer, soon it will all be true. Peace train sounding louder, everybody on the peace train. Hoo-ah, ee-ah, hoo-ah, come on the peace train. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Hoo-ah, ee-ah, hoo-ah, come on the peace train. Come on the peace train.
Which one? Oh, it's something's great. Hold on. You guys, I'm gonna miss the peace train. I gotta get out of here. Whew. All right, I am now, and I am Peace, and I'm your board member, Nicole, board member on duty today. So here's our mission. Actually, before we say the mission, can we just all give Team Peace a really big, huge round of applause? I mean, don't you all just feel it? Whatever peace is for you, isn't it like just there and shining bright inside you right now? Because that's how I feel. So I hope you're all ready. I think we're all set for the peace train for the week. But here is our mission as we set out on our peace train. If you will please read it with me. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be love in action, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. If you would like to bless us with a love offering, we have several ways for you to give. I swear this staple always messes me up. All right, in the seat in front of you are envelopes for cash or check. Make sure to please include your name if you'd like a record of your donation. And you'll also find our text to give information. At any time, you can visit our website to give. And if you've given electronically, please bless the basket. Donna's bringing that around. Thank you, Donna. And pass it along. Now let's take a moment to focus our attention on our giving heart as we feel the abundance of receiving. We visualize the mission statement coming to life. All right, now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. We are most grateful for all of your contributions to our community as we grow it with lots of events and classes, which is what Valerie is going to tell you about next.
Hi, I'm Valerie, and hello. It's another busy week at UOTO. We'd like to know if you need a ride to Unity of the Oaks this event season. The Service Outreach Ministry would love to give you a lift. We also welcome additional volunteer drivers during this busy season. To reserve your ride for upcoming events or learn more about volunteering, please contact Lisa. There she is. Please contact Lisa Gardner Flores by email at lisa@unityoftheoaks.org. Also, get your midweek meditation fix Wednesday night at 7 p.m. This week is going to be with Reverend Sherry, Rick, and Jack Lee. Okay, you guys, this is true to my heart. The Bazaar, day 2 is today from 12 to 3. Come enjoy treats, gifts, handmade items from the women of Uganda, the amazing artwork, Reiki, and readings. You can sign up on their sign-up sheets, and there's something for everyone, so grab some goodies from hospitality and join the fun. I also just want to say thank you. There's many members of this church who, from their heart, offered services, that we have them up for auction in the back, and just raise your hand if you offered a service. Thank you, guys. You guys thank these people from their heart. Thank you. Karen Reed has 3 services back there. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. And we have, I'll be pulling those sign-up sheets like right before the end of the craft fair today. And so if you've won, make sure your phone number is on there so I can call you to get you your gift certificate. Okay, we have a 50-50 raffle back there, and we have beautiful gifts in the other room. I'll be holding grief support this Friday, December 13th at 12:30 p.m. here in the sanctuary. So everybody is welcome if you're walking through grief. It's a spiritually lifting grief group, Unity style. The Service Outreach Ministry is teaming up with many mansions to spread love and holiday cheer. This nonprofit organization based in Ventura County develops and manages affordable housing for economically disadvantaged families and individuals. It serves 1,900 residents, including 450 children. Our UOTO community can contribute by giving gift cards in $25 increments from either Walmart or Target for toys for children and items for teens. For example, makeup, reusable water bottles, coffee mugs, fidget toys. Please bring your donations here to UOTO by December 15th. And join us for a Christmas sing-along and concert on December 20th at 7 p.m. here at Unity, featuring live performances. Do you want to perform? Sign up on the sheet in the back. The spaces are limited, so please be sure to sign up soon. And it says call me up to talk about the raffles. I've done that. And so we'll be in the back taking information about the raffles. All this information can also be found in the email newsletter we send out each week, so make sure you're signed up. And now, Reverend Sherry.
Once again, I want to thank Team Peace. You guys rocked it, rocked it, rocked it, rocked it. I'm feeling so peaceful. I'd also like to thank everybody again, like Valerie did, who jumped in and helped with this bazaar. We had so much fun. I especially want to thank Lucia. Is she here? Because she just worked her little butt off, and every time we had a craft thing. So let's give her a round of applause, and we'll specially give her something too. And there's someone in the house that we have not yet acknowledged who became a new member but wasn't here when we honored everyone else. Can I bring Judy Kelly up? And we can bless her. Judy, here's your certificate of new membership. Thank you for being a part of our family, our spiritual family. Oh, can we do our we love you, we bless you? Hold on. Here we go. Judy, we love you, we bless you, we truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. We love you. Yes. So that's about it. We're going to sing our peace song and our prayer for protection. Have goodies, and I have a feeling Christine made some more stuff for us, so you're just in for a big treat. Love you both. Love you all.